All right, so good morning, guys. I hope you all are safe. All right, so this last chapter or the week 19 of your principles of marketing will be about combination na ito. As you notice, as you recall, I started discussing with you the SWOT analysis because that would be a vital part of understanding your marketing plan. So let's start. What is a marketing plan? So basically, a marketing plan is a written document stating a marketing objectives, strategies, and activities to be followed by those people who wants to establish a business. All right, so when you do your marketing plan, guys, remember, it is not just focus on understanding your internal environment. Later, I will discuss the difference of the two. Okay, for every business, as you recall, dun sa SWOT analysis natin, meron tayong analysis for internal, which is managed by the business or can be managed by the business, and an external, which cannot be controlled by any organization. They could probably influence. Kung maalala ninyo sinabi ko, pwede nating influensyahan yung market. We could tell them na maganda yung product natin, but we cannot fully be assured na talagang bibili sila ng product. Alright? So, when you do your market plan, it is designed to answer these three main questions. What is the first question? As you notice, the first question is, where have we been? Anong pinanggalingan ng business ninyo? Or nung product na balak ninyong isell? So that's the first question. Because there, you could talk about the history. As we had cited in our examples last week, we started talking about, We started talking about milk tea as a product. So saan ba nagmula yung milk tea product natin? Right? Yun yung sample natin last week. So, as we discussed, yung product na yan, as far as I know, started in Thailand. And right now, nag-evolve na. It's not just milk tea as a beverage. It also, I think, ginawa na nila itong food or a snack, something like that. That is talking about, and that is focused on the history of that product. Now, it is followed by where do you plan to go? As you notice, guys, you are now projecting. Ano bang balak nung project ninyo or nung research na gagawin ninyo? Ano bang balak niya? Ang plan ba niya is for short term, 1-year business lang, 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years? From there, you can evaluate ano ba ang mga dapat laman ng marketing plan ninyo. And then after projecting kung gaano katagal ang gusto nung may-ari or nung plan na ginagawa ninyo or gagawin ninyo, you must understand paano nyo mararating yung business na yun or paano nyo marireach yung profitability ng business and then yung venture na yan. Okay? Do you follow, guys? Naiintindihan ba ako? That is basically what is inside your market plan. When you talk about a marketing plan, there's a certain list of characteristics that should appear when you're already presenting it. When you're already presenting your marketing plan. Ano ba yung mga una? Right. First, it must provide a strategy to meet the company mission, both mission and vision, or its goals. Dapat directed siya doon nakafocus. Second, it should be based on the proper facts. Marketing research should be present and valid assumptions considering available resources such as finances, equipment, human resources, and technology should be evaluated correctly. What does that mean? Ibig sabihin kung talagang ang presyo ng equipment na yon kapag pinabili mo sa kanila, that's part of your marketing plan. Yun talaga yung price niya at yun talaga yung pinakamagandang gamitin niya dun sa business niya. Ano bang ginagamit sa mga milk tea industry? I think hindi naman sila gumagamit ng blender. Yung pang-seal ng baso nila, I do not know what is it. Anong tawag doon? But may cost yun. If it's around 50,000 pesos at yun yung pinakamaganda at pang matagalan niyang gagamitin, then you have to recommend na yun ang bilhin nila. Right? Another thing, you have to describe an appropriate organization of the plan for the implementation of the marketing activities. This is now focused on the promotion. If you had already known, alam nyo na, saan ang target market natin, saan ang target market, then you have to evaluate paano natin ma-reach yung target market natin. Is it enough that we give them or we post yung isang malaking tarpaulin dun sa isang mall and enough na ba yun para ma-inform lahat? That is how you describe it. If it's not enough, what else should they do? That's part of your marketing plan. And then you provide for continuity of the short-term goals, and it should be aligned to achieve the long-term objectives. Meaning, you should not be satisfied with the short-term goals. Ibig sabihin, first month pa lang, kumikita na. You can do better. Focus on the long-term. Right? Be simple and short, but the plan should not be short. That details on how to accomplish is excluded. Ibig sabihin, detalyado. Maiksi siya, in a way na pwede mo siyang i-present. That's your marketing plan. But it should be always detailed. Detalyado siya. And the last thing is it should be flexible to cope up with the scenario and with the changes. A good example is what we had experienced during pandemic. Nobody expected that there will be a market downfall. Biglang bumaba yung demand sa kahit na anong product. Why? Would you be buying milk tea during pandemic? I'm not sure if most of you did, but ako, uunahin ko yung rice or uunahin ko yung primary needs ko. Okay? So, the market plan for that specific business, yung milk tea industry, had been put on hold. Okay? Dapat pwede rin siyang mag-adjust. So, kung hindi po pwede yung milk tea industry, yung milk tea products, i-shift nyo siya. Oh, sir, may pandemic, wag ka na munang magbenta ng milk tea. Magbenta ka muna ng bigas. Kahit during pandemic lang. At least, you would still earn profit. Alright? So those are the characteristics that I'm looking for when you guys present your marketing plan. Moving on. So, before making a marketing plan, you need to do some marketing research. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo last week. Okay? Pagsasama-samahin natin yung marketing plan, marketing research, and then marketing communication. It would be ideal na pagsama-samahin siya. Mas madaling intindihin on your end. Now, what are the things that you need to understand when you do your marketing plan? First on the list is you have to define the purpose or objectives of your marketing plan. Of course, it is to help the business succeed. Second, it is to gather data from the secondary sources. Why? I'll explain later. The third one is to gather information now from your primary sources. Right? And then the last one is, of course, you analyze, you conclude, and you interpret the result. Let's tackle them one by one. So first on the list is you define the purpose or the objective of your market plan. Ano ba talaga ang purpose niyan? As you see on the diagram kanina, sa baba ng inyong what is this? Screen, makikita nyo, there's a direction upward. So you have to guide that business moving or reaching their goal. Okay? On the list, is it to expand the market? To reach the target market? Is it to help them establish a market? Iba-iba ang gagamitan nyo ng market plan. Here, you have to identify or you have to inform the readers kung sino man ang gagamit ng inyong market plan, how much potential customers would be willing to pay for that specific product or business. That's one concern. Actually, that's part of the primary concerns. Second, where potential customers would prefer to purchase that product or service. Kasi if your established business, if you plan to establish the business here in probably Manila, but your market, your target market is in Davao, do you think it would be feasible? Pupwede ba yun? Yes, pupwede. But the thing is, expensive. Costly. Mataas ang gagastusin natin. So the best advice is to put up the business where or close to your market. Doon ka na lang sa Davao. Doon mo na lang establish yung business mo. Then where the customer would expect to hear about and learn about that product. You will now guide them, the business and the people. How will they meet? What's the best way to inform people of certain products, the Filipinos? What's the best way to inform them of the existing products ninyo? For example, kayo yung magbebenta. One thing na palaging ginagamit online platform. Any idea? You post sa internet. Be specific. Saan sa internet? Very good. Social media, specifically the FB. Filipinos talaga yung mahilig talagang mag-FB. Laging nagche-check ng FB yan. Right? YouTube, very good. That can also be part of what is this? Your market advertisement. Kaya lang, it's not as frequently used as FB. Sometimes kasi you really have to pay for advertisement sa FB. And that's part of your social media. All right? So, number 2 is you gather the data from your secondary sources. Okay? When you are doing your market plan, guys, you have to check the trends. Now, to identify the trends, you can check the secondary data. What are your secondary data? Those are what you see on your screens. The magazines, newspaper, the government agencies, the internet, and so on. Those are secondary data. They will be your basis. Ano na ba yung bago sa ibang lugar, sa ibang bansa, or yung trending ngayon? Right? That is important because they will supply you with the information you would need to support your marketing plan, leading to what we call your primary data. Your primary data is, ang main concern ng primary data mo is the target market themselves. Because gathering your primary data cannot be based on just reading. Right? It is done by observation, as you can read. Observation, networking, interviewing, focus groups, and experimentation. So, how do you do this? For example, you plan to establish the milk tea stand, for example. You observe people. Pag pumupunta sila sa mall, how many of them purchase a milk tea? Out of 100 na pumunta dun sa mall, if you're allowed to do so, you can check ilan ba dun ang bumibili ng milk tea. That is observation. You can check your paper and you can record it. Second, and the most commonly used, is interviewing. You ask people personally, sir, can I talk to you? Why is it that you're not buying milk tea? Why is it that you purchase milk tea? Why not soft drinks? Those is by way of interviewing. And then, yung information na ibibigay nila sa inyo or makukuha ninyo from those methods are considered primary. Kasi binigay nyo siya o nakuha nyo siya, binigay sa inyo directly. Now, the focused group is quite different. What you do here is you gather at least 10 to 12 people, put them inside the room, and then you offer the product. Yung product na balak ninyong ibenta. That is what you call focus groups. And then you ask them one by one, did you like the product? What is your comment? That is a focus group. At the same time, it's also an experimentation. Now, if you found out the majority of them claim that we love the product, 10 out of 10, then part of your marketing plan is should be to convince the business person or the business people that they should pursue the product. Why? 10 out of 10, sir, are willing to purchase that product. Right? The last one is what we call analysis and interpretation. This is where you present your conclusions and your recommendations. Just like what I've mentioned kanina. 10 out of 10. Okay? Even dun sa observation ninyo kanina, you notice whenever people are passing dun sa mall na yon, talagang dumadaan sila dun sa milk tea just to buy that, then tsaka lang sila aalis. Then you can conclude that people really loves, that reside in that area, really love to drink milk tea. All you need to do now is gather the demographics and evaluate them according to the percentage that you actually require. All right? So that's how you analyze and that's how you interpret the result. Okay? Do you have any questions on the characteristics of the marketing plan? Moving on. So, before we proceed with the marketing plan, as we started, you have to still understand ano ba yung marketing system. Basically, dito umiikot yung marketing plan ninyo. You can screenshot the diagram. Okay? That is a marketing system. So, the entrepreneur, yan yung ginagawa ninyo ng business research or ng marketing research ninyo, presenting your marketing plan. You have to establish the external environment, economy, technology, and competition. And then the entrepreneur would also evaluate yung kanyang internal environment. Ano ba yung internal environment niya? Those are yung kanyang capital, yung suppliers, the goals, and the people who would manage yung kanyang business. That is also part of your marketing plan. You recommend the manager of the stand na gusto mong gawin or ng business na gusto mong gawin, definitely must know kung paano magtimpla ng milk tea kasi yun yung product mo eh. Right? I hope you're following. Okay? Now, if the entrepreneur already have an idea, you go to the decision, the marketing mix, and then selling to the market, which again would go back to the entrepreneur evaluating the product. The best example of this is the Apple company. Why? When they launch the Apple phones, they continuously do their marketing plan, their marketing research, and their marketing communication. There are some people, when they launch the Apple 6, hindi satisfied. Bumili ng Apple 6, hindi masaya. What did they do? They upgrade from Apple 6, ano ba yung sumunod sa Apple 6? Apple 7. iPhone 6, iPhone 7, which is now currently iPhone 12 or 11. I'm not sure. Right, so that's continuous marketing plan. All right, let's talk about them one by one. So this is the picture of your external and internal environment. You evaluate them. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, mas malapit sa market as a company, yung kanyang internal environment. That's why it's called internal. Right? Alright, so the external environment has what we call the following: economic forces, social, cultural, logical, political, and the physical forces. These are the things that usually nakikita nyo sa external. As I've mentioned kanina, hindi natin pwedeng controlling yan. If you're doing your market plan, you cannot tell the economic forces na dapat maraming may trabaho sa inyo para kumita yung business namin. That's impossible. Right? You can only influence them. That even if they are, majority of the people there are unemployed, mura lang yung product natin. Pwede pa rin silang makatikim at bumili ng product natin. So that's influence. Right? Social, cultural, as I've mentioned, it is focused on the population, okay, and the culture. For example, majority of the people who were brought up doon, sa area na yon, sa barangay na yon, love to wear, love to wear white t-shirts. Here you are, you're selling black t-shirt. How will you be able to convince them now na mas maganda yung black t-shirt compared dun sa nakalakihan nilang white t-shirt? That is cultural forces. Technological, of course, it talks about technology, dating. Political, talks about monopolies, merging of companies. Okay? They tend to support those that belong to their market. Parang ganon. And then, they have what we call the physical forces, the consumer rights. After external, of course, we have what we call the microenvironment. Under external, I mean. So what are those? Basically, as I've mentioned, dun sa inyong SWOT analysis, you have to identify the competitors. After identifying the market, you have to identify the competitors. Are they direct competitors or are they indirect competitors? Okay? So those are the things that you need to include sa marketing plan ninyo. This is how those forces influence competition. Okay? Supplier power, the threat of new products coming into competition. Of course, we have to consider yung purchasing power or the power of the buyers. Gusto ba nila yung product? May pera ba silang pambili? And the threat of substitution. What is the threat of substitution? Meaning, if you're going to sell milk tea at the cost of 100 pesos per mug or per glass, sabihin na natin, the substitution would be indirect products. That would mean, kung bumili na lang sila ng soft drinks. Right? The soft drinks would just cost you about 10 pesos against your 100 pesos milk tea. Whom do you think ang bibilin ng product ng inyong customers? That is what we call the threat of substitution. So, additional dun sa internal environment natin, external, sorry. Nakatakip yung screen ko. Internal environment natin is the financial resources. You have to evaluate, may pera ba yung business ninyo? How much ang kailangan niyang budget? And then, suppliers. Saan siya kukuha ng mga suppliers niya with the least cost? The goals. Ano bang gustong marating nung ginagawa ninyo ng inyong market plan? Baka naman ang gusto niya is for 1-year business lang. And then who are the people who's going to manage them? Or that specific business. That is your management team. Okay? Now, after that, you have to also evaluate the 4 P's of marketing. What are the 4 P's of marketing? Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina na importante din when you do your marketing plan. The product, price, place, and the promotion. Now, on the college level, hindi na lang siya basta 4. Naging 7 na yan eh. But on your end, I'm only expecting for you to understand the 4 P's of marketing. Now, what are those? Ano ba ang relevance nila? Right? Of course, you talk about the product. Does your market consider your product a need or just a want? You have to evaluate that. Your pricing. Your pricing should be not too high and not too low. Not too high to be more competitive, not too low to still make profit. The place, as I've mentioned kanina, kung nasa Davao ang market mo, better establish the business in Davao. And the promotion, just like what you have mentioned kanina. Ano ba ang best way to promote specific services and products? It is by way of FB, YouTube, or any other. Meron pang nag-mention ng Instagram kanina. Those are your platforms. Right? So, how do you do or how do you start with your market plan? You define the business situation. You define the target market. After that, you establish the goals and then you establish the strategy. Right? How do we do that? You define the business situation. Ano na ba ang situation natin ngayon pagdating sa pera? Pagdating sa market? May mga bumibili na ba ng mga products ngayon? Lumalabas na ba yung mga tao? Are they going to the malls? Are they leaving their houses already to go out and purchase products? That is your business situation. Magtatayo ka ng business sa isang mall, wala namang pumupunta ng mall. So you have to evaluate. Second, you have to determine your target market. As I've mentioned, ano bang gusto nila? Nasaan sila located? Alright, that's part of your marketing plan. Another is you differentiate them. You study the demographics. What do I mean by that? Of course, ang product natin, if it's going to be milk tea, hindi naman po pwedeng isama natin yung newly born para uminom yan. I don't think that's possible. So, you have to identify sino ba ang bumibili lang ng product natin. Probably from 3 years old or 4 years old above. So, kung ang population dun sa area, mas marami yung 3 years old above, then you can pursue your product. That is how you do your target customers. Okay? Next is you establish the goal. Okay? Be smart. As I've mentioned, I will include the meaning of the SMART sa slides ko. And there you can see it now. You have to be specific when you do your market plan. Measurable, attainable, relevant, and it has to be time-based. Ibig sabihin, you can reach specific goals as you do your market plan. Okay? Those are the steps in preparing a market plan. Okay? You can add the following. Just like right now, ang product na pabenta are those na laging nasa technology, cell phones, laptops, because of the business and education. You have to consider pricing, as I've mentioned, not too high, but not too low to still make profit. The place of the market and how will you promote it. Okay? Do you have any questions, guys? Malinaw ba ang marketing plan natin? All right, very good. So, as I had mentioned, kasama kasi yan doon sa inyong communication. As you present your market plan, you're explaining this to your business people and to those who are actually interested to establish that business. That is also considered marketing communication. All right? So, yung mga sinasabi nating B2B, B2C, those are just the type of how to reach your market. When you talk about B2B, that is business to business. They are the ones who's going to sell the product for you. Bibili nila ng maramihan yung product mo, sila ang magbebenta. Tutubuan lang nila ng konti. Right? When you talk about B2C, those mean business to directly consumers. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan kasi I've included that in your exams, in your final exam. Okay? So, ito pala siya. Sorry, I forgot to include the slides. Show the slides. Alright, so that's what it means. The B2B and the B2C. Okay? That is what I'm expecting to read or see on your marketing plan when you are going to present them. Okay? So, do you have any questions? So, if there's nothing else, I hope you learned something from our topic today, and I hope you guys stay safe. All right? All right. So, have a good day, guys. And I'll see you again probably next term. All right? Goodbye.